Hi Comp2, this is your video update for the week. I just wanted to touch base with you about what is due today and also basically the routine that we're going to get in from now all the way through April 13th. For several weeks, we're going to be kind of doing the same thing every week as we work our way through Station 11. So for today, you need to make sure that, number one, by 11:59 p.m., you take the quiz over the reading. The quizzes will always be posted by 2 o'clock p.m. because that's when my office hours start, but they could be posted earlier, just depends, but I always guarantee that they'll be posted by 2. Like the quizzes you've taken thus far, they'll always have 3 questions, and all you have to do to get full credit for the day is to get 2 out of the 3. The third is always a floating bonus. And so every time that you get 3 out of 3 questions correct, you are netting extra credit for yourself. So way to go. So job 1, take the quiz. Job 2, participate in the discussion prompts on the Discord. That is how you get your participation points for the class. And every week there will be a new set of discussion prompts about Station 11. So you'll just go to that channel that says Station 11, and that's where you find the prompts every week. And then job 3 is to take your double entry notes as you're reading. Now, a lot of people are tempted to go back after the fact and fake the double entry notes. Don't do that. That's like not even the point of the notes. The point of the notes is to help you process what you're reading as you're reading. And you're not really getting that benefit if you just kind of go back and slop it together after the fact to get the grade. It's always also really obvious to me when that happens, and I can't really call you on it because I can't prove it, but it just makes me sad. So make sure you're taking the notes as you do the reading. Send a picture or a scan of those notes to me, however is most convenient to you. Again, by 11:59 p.m. tonight. So that can be RaiderNet, Edmodo, Snap, Discord, whatever works best for you. A lot of people end up sending them via Snap or via Discord. That seems to be the most common, but I will take them however you want to send them. And somebody asked the other day, I don't have a piece of regular notebook paper here, but when I say 3 pages, I'm looking for a front, a back, and another front. I'm not looking for 3 double-sided pieces of paper. So just 3 pages, or 3 fronts if you only write on the fronts of the pieces of paper. Somebody also had a good question about color of ink. That does not matter to me. You can write in whatever color you like. I mean, I wouldn't do like yellow, make it to where I can see it. But otherwise, I don't care. I just stipulate ink because when people take a picture of pencil, it's hard for me to read. Because I do actually go in and read what you write, and we'll make little comments about them. So, other than that, though, I'm the only one who sees them. You're not submitting them to anything. You're not putting them anywhere. So that is your kind of safe space, and you can have whatever reactions you want. Don't feel like you have to pretend to like something if you don't. If something makes you angry, you can write about it. If you want to do like a drawing to process what you read, you can do that. They're your space. So again, all the info about how to do those notes is in last week's video, and also, more importantly, the document that I posted. It's a 2-page PDF document. So make sure that you've checked that out. But that's pretty much the rhythm that we're in from this point on. Every week, every Tuesday through April 13th, it'll be quiz, send me your double entry notes, participate in discussion. And those will be your 3 jobs every week as we go through Station 11. So it's pretty simple at this point. I also posted on Edmodo, but I'm going to mention this in here as well. Several of you, an astonishing number, have reached out to me and told me that you have already completed your Shakespeare revision. And that's fantastic. I legitimately applaud the speed at which you completed that. I just do want to let you know, though, so that you don't think I'm ignoring you or not paying attention, I will not be grading those revisions until the end of the semester because I prefer to sit down and grade them all at once. It doesn't really make sense for me to do it piecemeal. So just be aware, no matter how quickly you get it done, I'm not going to be able to grade it until after April 27th. So, and I think that's the date, she says, quickly looking at this. Yes, April 27th. 27 is my lucky number. That's the only way I remembered. April 27th is the last day of class for you, and that is when those revisions are due, and you're also going to have a creative writing project that's due on that day. So I will not be grading those until after the 27th. Just FYI. I just didn't want anybody thinking like, oh, I submitted my revision like weeks ago and she hasn't said anything. Yes, I will not be saying anything until then. So that's the process. Just didn't want you to think you were floating out in orbit like poor Marilyn Lee Cross from The Cold Equations. So, but seriously, big applause. I never have anybody do that in advance. This is this semester and last semester, the first times, and it's with your class both times, that I've had people actually do their revisions ahead of time. Most people end up waiting until the last week, and I mean, that's fine. It's whatever works for y'all. But I'm extremely blown away by the fact that you actually have the dedication and work ethic to just go ahead and get that knocked out. I think it's probably the best way to do it. So kudos to y'all. And those of you who do want to revise, but you haven't done it yet, again, you have plenty of time. You have until April 27th at 11:59 p.m. to do that revision if you choose to do it. It is totally optional. It is not mandatory. It's just if you didn't like the grade that you got and you want to take another crack at it, and let me know if you have any questions. The creative writing project, just FYI, you don't have to worry about that right now. We're not going to start working on that until after we're done with the novel, but you will not have a chance to revise that. So the project you turn in is the one that gets a grade. And so if you kind of want to make sure that you do get some points back, you can go ahead and revise. It's up to you. But if you have questions about any of that, let me know. As always, I always trot out the assignment schedule document. Should say like for Edmodo Comp 2 Spring 2021 Master Schedule. That is your user's manual for this class. You could never, hypothetically, you could never speak to me. I don't want that, but you could never speak to me this whole semester, and if you just followed that schedule, you would be fine, because it tells you everything that we are doing from week to week, Bible, down the line. So that's pretty much it. We're just going to keep on trucking with Station 11. I look forward to seeing what you have to say about it. I love this book. You're not supposed to, like, my old boss said, you're not ever supposed to tell people, like, your opinions on the reading material, because it makes them feel like they have to love it too. So you don't have to love it too. You can hate this. Some people don't like it who are like very hardcore, I guess, like sci-fi fans, like, because they keep expecting there to be, there's not zombies. There's not, they keep expecting there to be zombies and they're not, or aliens and there's not. Like they want there to be like something more than just the pandemic. But most people that I've taught this to end up really, really loving it. And it just gives you a lot to think about and a lot to be grateful for in the current iteration of our lives. And there's a great deal of meat for discussion there. So I sincerely hope that you enjoy it. And if you don't, then I earnestly beg your forgiveness. But after something like Shakespeare, I think it's better to do a novel that's a little more current. This only came out like 6 years ago. As opposed to doing something like Bram Stoker's Dracula or something that's a little archaic. So anyway, that's probably more insider baseball than you wanted, but I hope, most of all, that you had a lovely weekend. Hope you had a really nice St. Pat's, and I hope that your week is going swimmingly, because that's what you all deserve. So if you need me for anything, you know where to find me. Don't hesitate ever to reach out. I appreciate people who ask questions, and I would much prefer that you do that than suffer in silence always. So have a lovely rest of your day. Thank you for making it this far in the video. If you have any questions about the reading or the discussion prompts or the notes in particular, because I know you've never been asked to do those before, you know where to find me. So appreciate you. Have a lovely rest of your afternoon, and bye.